What I'm looking at is an agricultural landscape that's been very carefully fine-tuned. Is that all done by you?
Well, we had the olive trees, we had them
Yes.
here. These trees that are oak trees that come from other areas of the farm.
So you've moved these oak trees, have you?
They are all
Even the big ones?
the big ones. So what we have done is to try to play the whole area as a garden, but very subtle.
So it was farmland, but from the beginning you knew you wanted to combine farm and garden.
That's it.
And why did you choose this area?
Climate, because here we have more rain than in London. But when it comes very strongly, with a lot of passion, like everything in Spain. No?
Eduardo has deliberately embraced the concept of an ornamental farm, or ferme ornée. So, for example, along with the oaks, he's planted cypresses to create avenues and punctuate the olive groves. The idea is to respect nature, but to enhance it. However, for all this careful artifice, it is still a working farm with grazing animals. It must be quite difficult balancing, because I know that if you have sheep or cattle on ground, they're not good for gardens, you know.
I know. It's a difficult relation, but I'm specialized in difficult relations.
Okay. That relationship between garden and farm is very finely balanced. Harnessing the natural landscape and yet at the same time shaping and controlling it. Eduardo moved these oak trees and other trees around his grounds. And he was quite sort of casual about it. So yes, we moved trees around and took it in his stride. In fact, it's really impressive. I mean, to move a tree of this size, and of any of these sizes, is both technically very difficult and also a big undertaking. What he's done is major and dramatic and transformative, but it's done in such a way as you just accept it. It just works with what is already there. I'm making my way northeast through the Sierra de Gredos. Coming through the mountains, we reach the city of Avila, which is still bounded by its medieval walls. And although we've descended down from the mountain passes, Avila is the highest provincial capital in Spain at over 1,100 meters. This landscape in central Spain is very beautiful, but it's so stark and harsh. The climate is really extreme. It's bitterly cold in winter, unbearably hot in summer. Even today in autumn, it's cold now, it's chilly. But I know that in an hour or two, it'll be like a really hot summer's day. And to make a garden seems completely counterintuitive. Despite this, I have come here to visit a garden that doesn't just survive in these conditions, but positively thrives by embracing them. This is Dehesa de Yonte, situated just outside Avila at the edge of a reservoir. The garden was designed by the husband and wife team, Miguel Oquijo and Renata Casna. And I met Miguel in the garden. Miguel, when you came here, what was here?
Nothing. The house was nearly derelict, and there was no garden. No.
So you put walls round an empty space?
An empty space, yeah.
And what was the soil like?
Boulders there, maybe a bit of soil there, nothing reliable.
Having taken stock of the site, Miguel realized that the owner's initial request for a Mediterranean garden was just not feasible. For the garden to flourish, it needed to adapt more closely